Okay, good morning. So it's Monday morning. I've been out. I had chocolate, mint chocolate, hot chocolate this morning, and waffles, and did the laundry, 3 loads. It was like, whoa. Got the veg and stuff, what I could. Went to Ocean, and got a couple of bits. Now I'm back home. I have to, it's like, I'm trying to make an arrangement for tomorrow. And at the same time as making the arrangement tomorrow to go and pick up something and sort out the order with them, I'm trying to organise the lift to go and do that at the same time as trying to speak to someone who is asking me questions, but it's really hard to help someone when they have a problem for every solution, instead of the other way around, you know, whereas the problem is the solution, and it always is. And that's what you say in permaculture, and it's true. The problem is the solution. And also trying to arrange sorting out Batty, because I'm not leaving Batty here. And organise a wood delivery. So it's all going on here, and I'm hungry and I want some dinner. But I've got the car unloaded now. It's now time to sort out all the washing and get that put away. I've got washing hanging out now, which is brilliant. That needed doing. So yeah, that's quite a few jobs jobbed. A few jobs in, like, just in part progress, and which is still progress, still moving forward with that, with the arrangements, because although they've not been finalised, they're further on than when we started. And now it's just, you know, been snuggled with Bear and Elsa for a few min. It's now on to finishing sorting the washing. Oh, I'll let you know how later on goes. Oh shit, I need to go and take out the chickens, because they can't be took out without me not being here, because they don't feel comfortable moving the chickens yet, which is understandable. So I'll go and do the chickens, then I'll sort out the putting away laundry. Catch you in a bit. Well, it's another dark night, and it's another day where the light just went so fast. Apart from this light, she's having a bit of a moment or three. Okay, thank you. Could you stay bright enough for people to see me, please? It's been a crazy day. So the mint chocolate, the hot chocolate was gorgeous. I went to the chemist, and I do natural medicine, but I need like the leishmaniasis treatment for Elsa and Batty, and I bought that, and I bought some paracetamol for my friend, and to have some on the shelf. And she gave me a present, a lovely happy Christmas present, and it says on it, Merry Christmas. Well, I saw that she even said in English, and I was there and I was trying my Portuguese, and she was answering me and being lovely with me, as she always is. And she said, Merry Christmas. I just burst out crying. I was like, very likely my one and only present this year. And she didn't think of anything. It was just a thing to her. It was just another person buying something. She was giving a happy Christmas something too. But to me, it was a beautiful gesture from the chemist. I don't even know what is in it. It's such a lovely little box, which I can't show you because it's too dark. and it was just like, how beautiful that I have something to place, not so much under the tree because it'll get soaking wet out there, but just something, you know, so beautiful. And when I was on the market, the little man that we see, the second person that we see is a little man, rough shaven farmer dude who's got lovely veg, and I always get like potatoes and stuff from him. And he just put 2 clementines in my hand. He says, Boas Festus. And it was just, my heart was swelling out. I was like, oh, Brigada, you know, how lovely, thank you, you know. And so here I am. Like, I'd had my orange, like, clementines with me, which I've got in a special place, like a little sacred gratitude place, so I can look at them and smile. And then to go to the chemist, that just, you know, so beautiful. So absolutely, like, uplifting and beautiful. And it's not about receiving and giving so much the gifts, but it's the thought, and it's the love, you know, to the woman when she realised how much it had touched me. She's like, no, it's like, oh, but thank you, you know. And she realised what she'd done and how precious it is, because sometimes when we're doing something just because we can, we don't realise the true impact it's having on those who are receiving. We don't know what they're going through in their lives, or how such a beautiful, touching moment of giving someone 2 clementines, or, you know, or just taking a moment to put their hand on you and say, like, Happy Christmas or something, you know. So it really is about just, even for a moment, just showing you present and showing you see another person and you care enough to wish them well, you know. I think that's so beautiful. So, of course, onto the laundry. Loads of laundry done. Loads. Going to wash on and coming back to find out that some things weren't quite done as I'd requested or liked. And it kind of had me thinking, because I don't like wasting my energy. And that's what it is. Every time you repeat yourself and repeat yourself and repeat yourself and repeat yourself, you're wasting your energy. So I decided to create rules for here. And I'm not like a rule type person. You know, I fuck, you know. I've always been about not rebelling against the rules. You know, some things are there for a purpose, and that's wonderful. But I'm always been like, if someone says don't do this, I usually do the opposite. Or certainly when I was younger, I really did. Now I do things and I choose what I do by being mindful and thinking about my actions, which is good karma yoga practice. So when I'm asking people in a community where people are saying we agree to work on ourselves, we agree to the co-commitments, we agree to respect the ground, and you know, all these things that I can go through more specifically in another video. And then there you come back and find that they've been out and your place has been left empty with your door maybe not so much open, but no one here and the place unlocked. And it's kind of a bit like scary, I guess. Like all my things just sat there and it not being locked. It's like I don't want my stuff to be messed with. I don't want someone coming in without permission or seeing what's what, because, well, why should anyone until I'm ready? And it's my private space unless I'm letting people in to share it. So that's really not annoyed me, but it really made me think. And using the solar charger to charge up a phone when the battery is low isn't good, not because I'm a twat and I'm trying to prevent people from charging the phones, but it's because it fucks your battery, and the battery costs like a lot of money, and it isn't something that we can replace, or we could replace, but we have to be able to earn money to do that, and we haven't been able to create the space to generate the money, and we haven't got work starting till the other side of Christmas. In the new year, some of the places for the parks aren't going to open till the 15th of January, So we've got all these things going on. And I need to generate enough money for solar panels and a new battery to go with this battery. That really, the two batteries should be identical and both as exactly the same age as each other. So I don't want to over-discharge a battery. And once it's under a certain amount of being at the stage where it's saying that it's discharged, it shouldn't be used. So if I say, please don't use the charging system until it's over a set amount, I genuinely mean it. And I mean it because of the battery. Now, I understand that people who come here have not had to pay for things that they're using. And because of that, I think they don't realise what they could be costing me because the community's not generating money or paying money into the community yet. Only I have paid money into the community. No one else has. So if that's the case, then it doesn't just, money doesn't grow on trees. Yes, we can manifest stuff. Everything takes time. We can't, we've got to respect what we've got and take care of what we've got. So I've had to generate rules so that it's kind of like a 3 strikes out and you're out system, because why the fuck should I pay and miss out and suffer and not be able to work and do all that because of other people? Everyone needs to take responsibility for themselves. It's in the co-commitments. So if you create, so your actions is having a knock-on effect on other people in the community, not just me, but everyone else gets affected, so you shouldn't, you either need to take responsibility for your actions and fix it, or you need to move and find somewhere else where you can do your own thing. And if you're here, you've agreed prior to coming that you're going to be responsible for your own actions as part of the co-commitments. So there's that. So I had to really sit and think about the rules and write down some things. So I'm just a few in now, and it's made me think, like, when did people come up with rules? And I'm gonna start looking at rules in different communities, particularly the way that people do things with the Native American Indians, the indigenous Americans. I really want to see how they did it, because you can ask people and say, well, what do you think the consequences of your actions are when this happens? And then they think, but there's only so many times you can do that, and if they're still getting it in that moment and then completely forgetting afterwards, then there's something not right. So the same for when I'm talking about respecting plants and trees and stuff. We need to respect that gives us life. We should respect everything anyway. Everything. Because everything is a blessing, it's a gift. And we are blessed and gifted with so much abundance, so much fresh air, so much beautiful views, so much ground to walk on, to be with. So much. Everything's so amazing. It really is. I look around and I'm just like dumbfounded, because I'm just like, this is amazing. This is beautiful. This is just so wonderful. Like, I'm just so blessed to be here and so grateful. I'm just so grateful to be experiencing this. So I talk to the trees and the plants and the animals, and I'm loving it. But each time that something's happening to the trees or the plants or anything where they're not being respected, and I'm saying, are you aware of this? Are you aware that what you have done has now affected the ecosystem in such a way? I've had to bring in the no litter rule. And we're about saving the planet. We're about aiming for zero waste. So we're trying to close the loop. We're trying to stop having an open loop and close it, so what we generate we can process, and everything can run full circle. Everything that we can possibly get to can run full circle. And I understand it can take some time and practice, but constantly like do things and then have to be reminded, and then do things and have to be reminded and do things. I'm starting to feel like a broken record. I don't feel like I should be a nag. And I don't want to be saying things unconsciously. And I don't want to be upset and angry because these things are happening. And I'm not angry yet, but I am upset and I am disappointed. And I do hurt. It breaks my heart when something hurts another life. So when someone does something that has an impact, that really creates an imbalance in another life, especially a life that I am responsible for. So for me, it's so important that we respect the plants, the animals, the trees, and each other. You know, it's so important that we do that, because, well, everything's a gift, you know? This shit doesn't happen every day. I mean, yeah, right now it is happening every day. Every day we are blessed to be here. every day we are receiving gifts from the universe, from the planet, from Pachamama. So many marvellous things happen every day. And we need to slow down enough to see it. And on days where you're not really doing anything, you should be more able to be more aware or conscious, because it's not like you're doing anything else. I mean, today my day's been completely chocker, and I've tried to slow down. I have, and those moments, that sucking the waffle with the chocolate, hot chocolate, mint hot chocolate, was heaven. It was just divine. I was just so grateful. And the smell of the laundrette is so beautiful. And watching the little bird out the window just hopping by. There's so many times in the day where miracles happen, blessings happen. It's just wonderful. And we get to see them if we look and if we're open to it. So yeah, that's what life's about. It's about finding the joy in the moment. There's so many things that are just, it's not cost you, it doesn't cost you anything to find the joy in a bird hopping past, in watching the birds, in feeling the breeze, in smelling something as you're walking down the road. It's the free gifts of life, and it's all just so wonderful. So yeah, the rules are partially written. Maybe they're all written, I don't know. But it's really got me to turn inward and think about that. And I want to be as fair as can. Hey, three strikes and you're out rule kind of, I think is more than fair. Because how many times do I need to pay for, or how many times, see, I'm trying to be careful of my language here, but I shouldn't have to. So if people were conscious of what they were doing and taking responsibility, it wouldn't cost me for their actions. It would, maybe it costs them everything, every energy, everything. Action has its reaction. Every cause has an effect, universal laws. So yeah, it's time that people start really just breathing and trying to be with that, and it's for me to try and support that in whatever way I can, to try and encourage that, if that is wanted. And if it isn't wanted, then it's back to 3 strikes and you're out. End up. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. This evening, the lads took Bear and Elsa out for a walk. I had made tea. The lads washed up and that, which was beautiful. I was so grateful. Helped get all the water. We're now today we've had to go and get another 6 bottles of water, which is brilliant. So we're 6 bottles up. Elsa and Batty have had the meds and stuff. The fire's on, which is beautiful. A whole bag of wood had 2 pieces of wood in, and they're massive. So one of the lads broke it down so that it'll fit. It was like, whoa, that's like a little bit of trunk. There should be a wood delivery coming soon from a local woodsman. And me and David are off on an adventure tomorrow, all being well. And we shall see how that goes. I have washing, drying, because certain things can't be dried in the dryer, so I brought it home, put it on the octopus. I have an octopus that holds my washing above the fire, above the stove, which is why the stove's on. It's not that I'm cold, I'm not cold, but I really needed to dry the clothes because otherwise they'll go a bit smelly. And the rug's still wet. Both the rugs are still wet from Bear's accidents. Even though they've been washed and cleaned and left out in the sun, it wasn't enough to completely dry them. So I'm hoping they don't get ruined and that they'll be able to dry out where they're at. This is the joys of off-grid life in winter. But I wouldn't change it for the world. It's all perfect. It's all just so amazing. So I'm going to be settling down in a sec. Well, not so much a sec. I'm going to do this video, put it up for you guys and girls and folks. And me and Batty are off to sleep and up early doors for an early morning adventure. So I don't know who we'll see, what we'll see, or what will occur tomorrow. Only I'm looking forward to the adventure. And hopefully tomorrow things here at home will sort themselves out and we'll be able to move on and grow as people can do from experiencing teething issues, because there's so much solutions here, there's so much possibilities, there's so many really cool opportunities that could, you know, and yeah, it's this kind of life for people like myself is just amazing. It's truly amazing. And certain like-minded folks find the complete blessings and the buzz and the love from living so close to nature. And some people don't, and that's fine. But this really is living the dream. It's just so grateful. So if you want to watch more, see how things go, see how progresses, how we evolve, and how conscious we can create our community, co-creation, you know, of a community. So important for the evolution of mankind, and womankind, and being kind, and human doings everywhere may become human beings given half the chance. So if you want to watch and see how things go, please subscribe, get the notifications, click that bell, and send us a comment or a question or anything. Just do get in contact with us, you know. Any advice, guidance, anything like that, cool, blimey, I'd love to hear, you know, hear your thoughts. So now I am off skis and I shall go and make this vid. So big loves, catch you soon, and lots of love. Bye.